Hey, what's up everybody? Joe here with Prototype Fitness and Boxing. I'm here to give you your Friday workout. It's your feel good, look good workout. We got arms and abs, okay? Whatever you do, get through the workout from beginning to end. If you gotta hit stop, take your time and regroup. Do what you gotta do, but get through it. And I'll see you guys on the other side. All right, so let's get it started. You know we gotta start with that warm up. We're only worried about this midsection and up. If you want to go through your hip mobilities, pick one of the previous workouts and go through that, okay? We're gonna go 3 movements, upper body movements, no accessories, no equipment, nothing needed, okay? You're gonna do 10 to 15 horizontal, 10 to 15 vertical, and then the third exercise, what I want you to do is that low trap raise. So that's going to be the flex forward, bend forward, hip hinge forward like you're going to do your bent over row. Hold that position and then raise up. Smooth down, raise up. Do that 10 to 15 times. Okay, now that you got the bigger shoulder movements taken care of, let's start to isolate those shoulder movements. And then what we'll do is we'll slowly work down the arm and work into the midsection. Okay, so let's go into those shoulder circles. 10 to 15 repetitions going one direction. 10 to 15 repetitions going the other direction. The third exercise, I want you to think about doing your bungee pull aparts or your bent over reverse flies. It's called scapular retraction. What you're trying to do is pinch or squeeze or scapularly retract your shoulders, but I want you to do those in place. Hands out in front of you and reach in front of you. See how my shoulders slide forward? Now let's do the opposite of that. So shoulders forward, shoulders back as much as you can. Shoulders forward, shoulders back as much as you can. Okay, here's the reverse of the rear view. Shoulders forward, shoulders back as much as you can. 10 to 15 repetitions on that. All right, here we go. It's time to go. So you either have a high rep option with a lower weight selection, or you have a high weight option with a lower rep option. See your workout up in the comments. But here we go. Your first exercise is going to be the same time supinated bicep curls. It's going to look like this. Okay, here we go. Number 2, we're going to stay with the pulling movement of the bicep curls. We're going to do it at the same time, but what you're going to do is what's called a neutral grip instead of a supinated grip. Here's what that looks like. Okay, on to number 3. Now this next one, some of you might not have ever heard of it. Some of you that have been lifting weights for a long time might know this one from back in the day, which is why it's considered a little bit of an old school exercise. But ladies, don't you worry. Old school bodybuilding and weight training, this can still apply to you regardless, just because of the function of the bicep and what it does. It's called a Zottman curl. Here's what it looks like. All right, so here we are, wrapping up our bicep curling motion, our arm flexion, our elbow flexion. We're going to end it with what's called a concentration curl. Basically what you're going to do is isolate one side at a time and then do your bicep curl. It should look like this. Okay, so now that we're done with all of our pulling movements via bicep curl, now we're going to go to all of our pushing movements. Now you're going to be using the tricep, the backside and the underside of your arm. First one that we're going to do is a little bit of the easiest, because it's the lightest, but that doesn't mean the exercise takes any less concentration. We're doing a dumbbell kickback. It looks like this. Now the next exercise that we're going to do involves both triceps. So it is going to be a little bit stronger, okay? But you're only going to use one dumbbell, similar to the tricep kickbacks that you just did, okay? You're going to do an overhead tricep extension. Make sure to keep the elbows in. This should look like this. Okay, here we go. We're on to our third exercise. And no, I'm not on the floor taking a break. You're going to want to hit the deck for what's called a dumbbell skull crusher. Now, if you do have access or the option of a barbell, you could also use that equipment for this exercise. But a dumbbell skull crusher should look like this. Now, I had to save the best for last, and that's your ab rotation. Now, every single one of these exercises can be done with or without a weight, okay? Just depends on how you want it to feel and what your rep count is. Now, you want to treat your ab muscles just like any other muscle. When you overload it with resistance, you're going to work the muscles harder. But you can also achieve that harder feel by doing more repetitions. The suggested rep count is in the description, but feel free to do more. Let's hit it.